So if we're putting good things in our body, we're going to glow from within.
Yeah.
Every time somebody gets a cold, oh, I got to go get antibiotics. No, you don't. You need to let your body do what it needs to do.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
You don't like spicy things.
I do like spicy things. I know I'm going to live forever now. What was the frequency of all of our favorite songs from the 70s?
432. 432.
It's so good. It's like pumpkin pie in a cup.
Welcome to the Create Today podcast. I'm your host, Karen Stanley, certified Rapid Transformational Therapist and hypnotherapist. And my passion is helping women heal from the past and learn how to create the life they love one day at a time. And this show is all about how you can do just that.
Welcome to the Stanley Kitchen. I'm here with my good friend, Tara Coté, and she's been an entrepreneur for a long time. She's the owner of a salon and spa in Gilbert, Arizona, right here where we are right now. And she has just learned so much. She keeps continuing her education. She's an avid learner, seeker of all things health and beauty, which all go together.
Yes, it does. It's one big happy package.
It is in our little chemistry sets.
Yes.
And what you're also learning is how your nutrition and everything affects the skin.
How we age, how we glow. Everything from the inside out. It's one big package. When we think about our skin, it's the largest organ of our body.
Sure is.
So what we put on it and what we feed our body, we detoxify through our skin.
Yeah.
So if we're putting good things in our body, we're going to glow from within.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to be doing today.
I know. I'm so excited. Today we're going to be learning and making herbal remedies that help you feel better. And I have my granny's apron on. She passed away 20 years ago, and some miraculous way I got this, and I love it.
That's
and
great.
I know she made it. She used to make everything,
That's
just
awesome.
like
I
your
love that.
mom and your grandma. And it's such a beautiful thing.
It is. It is.
So let's jump in. The first thing we're going to make.
We're going to make a Zen elixir. So this is a tonic that you could take a dropper full or two a day. You could start your morning with it. You can end your day with it before you go to bed. That's going to help calm the brain, shut the tabs off.
Love that. Close all the windows.
Yes, close all the windows. You could, maybe liquid Xanax would be another name for it. So
Yeah.
it just keeps you calm. So we have things like, St. John's wort. We've got American skullcap, lemon balm, ashwagandha, and chamomile. And some of those things you may know, about for antidepressants, reducing anxiety,
Inflation.
inflammation. Yes.
Inflation.
Inflation. We can help fight inflation by
With our lemongrass.
Maybe. But yes, there's several of these that have anti-inflammatory properties. So also
cool.
if you're suffering from a headache, this is something that you can take a dropper full and just help fight that brain fog that we get through the day.
Amazing.
And it's very, very simple.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is I've got all of these are in dried herb form. The only thing I'm going to break up is the ashwagandha root because it's like little sticks.
So it's an actual root.
It is
goes
an actual-
underneath the ground. And so they dry it.
Yes, and ashwagandha, it is. So I'm just going to bust it up so that it gets the properties out a little easier.
It's so cool.
So much fun.
And ashwagandha, I was telling you earlier, I used to take it as a pill form. And I think for me, I'm not sure about anybody else, but I always see herbs as a pill supplement, as a supplement you can just swallow in a capsule type of a form.
Right.
And I drink tea, but I never really think of these as you can add all of these ingredients together.
Correct.
And make a tincture that you can take at any time.
Right. Now the beauty of tinctures is that it's going to get into the bloodstream so much faster.
Oh.
So you don't have to mess with the digestive system and things breaking down with our gastric juices.
Yeah.
So, and it takes at least 20 to 30 minutes for something to break down in your gut and then get into your bloodstream.
So it's like a fast track.
Yeah. So this goes right in, like, especially if you drop it under your tongue and you hold it under your tongue, It goes right into your bloodstream.
Wow.
So, and within about 2 minutes.
It's so cool.
So we're just going to dump, this is like the easiest thing ever. You just dump it in. You get about a third of the way full, and then we're going to top it off with an 80 proof vodka. So you can use any kind of alcohol. Vodka is one of the cleaner ones. Things that are hard and resinous, let's say like frankincense, you want to break up with Everclear, organic Everclear. You need something stronger.
Wow.
But vodka is great. We're going to just get that up to the top, leave us some airspace. And I cleaned and sanitized all the jars before I got here. All the lids have been cleaned and sanitized. I mean, this is kitchen herbalism. So it's a little, I'm not gloving up like I'm going to make this to sell to clients. Or anything.
Right.
And you give it a good shake. And we write down what the date is on here and what it is. So this is our Zen elixir. And today's date is 10/21, I think.
Yeah, the 21st. And we need to remember the date because
this will be ready in 6 weeks.
Wow.
So
takes 6 weeks to get the properties.
6 weeks to get all the goodies out of there.
Wow.
So this will be stored in a cool, dry place, which is kind of hard in Arizona. But if you have a cool cabinet,
fridge, do you put it in the fridge or no?
Actually, at home, because of my living situation, and my cabinets are against the hot wall.
Oh.
So I can't store it in my cabinets. So I have a little mini wine fridge that I keep at a nice cool temperature, and I just keep and it's dark.
So it's not as cold as a fridge.
Not as cold as a fridge.
And that would be better.
Yeah. So if you have a little baby wine fridge, this is great. Shake it every day. So just go visit them and say hello and give them a little shake and then put them back in their dark little cozy space. 6 weeks. Then we're going to either strain it with a cheesecloth or a fine straining mesh.
That's
Put
so
it
cute.
into a dropper bottle, a dark dropper bottle.
These?
Yeah, one of those.
Okay.
And then you're good. These will last for at least a year, if not more.
Wow.
They say 1 to 5 years for tinctures that are made with vodka. And you can make these things with like vegetable glycerin, apple cider vinegar if you don't want the vodka, but your shelf life is much lower. So you got to use those within 2 weeks to 4 weeks.
Interesting.
But vodka will last years.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Love it.
So that is Zen Elixir.
Okay.
Easy peasy.
All right. So next we're going to boost our immune system, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Let's get healthy because it is cold and flu season.
It is. And what's next? The flu and cough remedy, or do we want to do blissful sip? No. Which one?
So this is the one that we don't have the blackberry brandy.
Oh, right.
So we would either be chopping up lemons and onions.
Okay.
And layering them in the jars like I've got here, and then I've got the finished one. So totally up to you if you want to make that right now, if we want to do something else. We could do the heirloom. This is another vodka one. Heirloom healing elixir. And that's like an all-natural antibiotic.
Okay. Let's do that one.
Okay.
We're making an heirloom healing elixir, right? Okay. So it's
like an all-natural antibiotic.
Okay. It'll boost your immune system, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And granted, if anything happens and lasts longer than a week to 10 days, go see your doctor.
Right.
But this will help speed up the healing process, boost your immune system naturally. And it's just, most of the time, it's things that we have in our kitchen cabinets.
I know.
Like oregano and lemon balm not lemon balm, oregano, olive leaf, hibiscus flowers.
Well, even like sage.
Sage. Like
where you got this?
Yeah. Out in the middle of the desert. I went out on the Apache Trail and parked and took a little walk and harvested some wild sage.
Wow.
Normally I do that with my rosemary plant, but I killed it this summer somehow. I didn't like the 100 bazillion degrees that it was this year.
It's weird. Who doesn't love that?
I know. So I've got sage.
It smells so good.
It is. And we're doing
then,
hibiscus.
Hibiscus? Oh, that smells so much. And this is rosemary.
Everything is so fragrant.
Gosh.
So yummy. And then barberry.
I don't know what barberry root smells like.
barberry is one of those interesting things. Let's find out. I have all my little Cliff's Notes versions here.
Yeah, what every little thing does.
Every little thing does, because
gosh, this reminds me
I try to
of
remember,
something.
but you know. So here we go. Sage. Sage improves memory and has antimicrobial effects. Rosemary enhances memory and concentration and has antioxidant properties. Oregano is antimicrobial and supports immune function. A lot of times we take oregano oil or oregano oil capsules to fight the crud that we get in every winter. And it tastes disgusting.
It does.
It burns. It's hot. It really induces a fever in your body, which helps fight the bacteria.
Oh,
Because bacteria doesn't like anything hot. So that's why it raises your body temperature. And then we've got hibiscus, lowers blood pressure, and it's also an antioxidant. Olive leaf supports cardiovascular health and is an antioxidant. And barberry is antimicrobial and supports your liver health.
Wow.
So it helps flush all those bad things out of your body. So that's the Cliff's Notes.
What does that remind you of? What does that barberry smell like to you? I can't pinpoint it. Reminds me of something. Maybe it's just, is it used in seasonings a lot? Or like you get like one of those mixed, I don't know, steak seasonings or something? Do they ever use that for that?
Maybe. I don't know.
It's reminding me of something, but I
Google.
can't. Yeah, we'll have to ask the Google machine.
We'll have to ask the Google machine on that one.
Okay.
Almost smells, it smells like
something,
a
like a
steak.
mesquite?
Yeah, like a steak seasoning. Now I gotta look it up.
Now you have steak sneezing
I have a steak sneezing.
in your brain. Now it smells like steak. That's probably my fault.
Yeah.
Something, right?
Yeah.
I know.
Antimicrobial though.
Smells good.
Well, when you think about peppers, I have to do some research and see what barberry comes from,
Well, we will.
because now I want to know.
Okay. And we need a medium jar or a big one?
A medium.
Medium.
I'm just going to bust some of this stuff up.
Yeah.
So this is another one that we're going to mix with the 80 proof vodka. And
So it doesn't have to be ground to a sand per se.
No, this one, and I'm going to do the barberry just because it's another.
It's thicker.
Sticks.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's like little sticks. And then it makes it smell really good.
It does.
But like the rosemary is thin enough, it's going to break down really fast.
Okay.
Our olive leaf and our oregano. And top it off with our hibiscus flowers. It's going to look so pretty. So a good rule of thumb is make sure that your glass is a third of the way full.
Okay.
You don't want any more than that because then you won't have any shake. You got to be able to shake it.
So it has like a third of the way left. So it looks like it's like 2/3 full of herbs and then fill the whole thing up.
Yes.
All the way to the top.
You want to leave a third open.
Okay. Got it.
I probably said that backwards.
It's okay. So you have a little room at the top.
A little bit because we got to shake it. And I'm going to grab.
Put your lime in the coconut.
I'm going to grab a lid. Maybe. There it is.
Oh, lids. Okay.
I got it.
Not in the brown basket.
Not in the brown basket. Grab our lid. Give it a little shaky shake.
Shake it all up.
And another thing, 4 to 6 weeks with this. So now this one is one that you can start taking. Like you can sift out a little bit in 3 days. But in order to get the full effects, you want a full 6 weeks. But you can start taking it if you get like the sniffles a little.
Yeah.
Or you've been around some sick people and it's like, oh man.
If you're traveling,
yes,
you could put this little bottle in your carry-on.
Yes. Yeah. Make sure, 3 ounces, but yeah, absolutely. And so this is basically an antibiotic in a jar.
Wow.
So
that is so cool.
So
I think a lot of the kind of herbal remedies and the knowledge of herbs wasn't important. It kind of fell off the face of the earth. Not all the way. There's always some people that were in it. We have an herbal store here down the street. But now I feel like more people want to know.
Yes.
How can we really help our immune system before we get the cold or before we need to take something else?
Being preventative is very important. And, when you think about it, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, they didn't have a doctor that they went to whenever they had a sniffle. And we talk about antibiotic-resistant issues now. Because every time somebody gets a cold, I got to go get antibiotics. No, you don't. You need to let your body do what it needs to do. Just boost your immune system.
Yes.
And so a lot of these things are antivirals as well. There are antiviral properties in a lot of these things that are in your kitchen cabinet that we can use to help fight that. So we don't need to run to the doctor every time. We just need to run to the garden, run to the herbal store.
Yeah.
There's lots of wild crafted. Heck, when I was up in Flagstaff a while back, I went and picked mullein leaves. Just like mullein, it just grows right wild out in the woods. And you can get like usnea and all kinds of different things. You just pick. It's a lichen that grows right on the tree. It's like this old man's beard is what they call it. It's like a little moss.
No way.
And it has all kinds of amazing properties that can help. And you just go foraging through the forest, going out in the desert, all kinds of things that we can use. Even here in the desert where you think we don't have anything around us. There are a lot of medicinal plants that grow right here in our backyard.
Yeah, just the sage and rosemary are everywhere here.
They're everywhere. And then there's so many other things that you can use. Mesquite, you can use like the creosote bush. You can like all kinds of different things that we can use that help. And things that we spray in our yard, like plantain. Plantain leaves, huge for wound healing and antibiotic, anti-inflammatory. Like you have a toothache, take a plantain leaf, chew on it.
No way.
Make a poultice, put it on a wound, it stops bleeding. Yarrow, same thing, grows wild up in Flagstaff. On the mountain, you could just take yarrow and just mash it up and put it on a wound, and you could turn it. We're going to make a yarrow tincture in a little bit. And take it in antibiotic. It's it's amazing.
It's amazing.
What God gave us.
I know.
That we can use.
And both of our parents are about the same age, and both of our moms, and they would never reach for medicine first. We had medicine. We would take it, obviously.
Right, when we had to.
When you needed to, but it was always something else. We always reach for the aloe vera if you have a sunscreen or a sunburn. You don't, or any skin issue.
Yeah.
What are the other things?
I had an acne outbreak one time. And now that we know more, I was having major food allergies.
Oh.
That's why my skin was not happy.
Going crazy.
It was going crazy. I remember my dad made me a carrot poultice with goldenrod and echinacea and chamomile flowers with an aloe base. Wow. He just he just put it in the Vitamix and just made this paste out of this stuff and packed it on, cause I would have it on my arms really bad. And so I was just walking around like this, turned my skin orange.
Because of the carrots.
Yes, because of the carrots. But it brought the swelling and the inflammation down and helped heal that up.
Amazing.
So there's when we would get sick, we could smell garlic and onion boiling on the stove. My dad would be making a garlic onion tea, and we would do enemas.
Right.
With a diluted version of that tea, pulls all the mucus out of your body, like things that we did to not have to go to the doctor, and we just used the things that we had in our refrigerator and on our cabinets.
Yeah. And then you, most of the time, didn't need to go to the doctor.
Right.
And then if you need to, you
got a fever, you make a mustard pack.
Wow.
Mustard pack will bring down a fever.
Yeah.
So just all kinds of.
So many of these things have been used for hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of years. Some of these things, they've been used for thousands of years.
Ashwagandha.
Yes.
Some of reishi and some of the mushrooms that are just now getting popular again. They've been used for centuries.
Centuries.
In Chinese medicine.
Every single thing was a different property to help a certain problem. And I'm just excited that you're learning all of these things and that we can teach others and be healthier, give our bodies what they need to just stay healthy.
Yes. And bring down the inflammation.
Theoretically.
Yeah. Bring down the inflammation, bring down the reactions that our body are having to all of the things that we're bombarded with in our environment.
Yeah.
And make our body healthy.
I think I always talk about it's you really want to mitigate as much as you can. You mitigate the toxins in your home, like the cleaning, get air filters to try to mitigate any toxins in the air. Right. Mitigate the toxins in water by cleaning it out, or, what is it called? Purifying it. But you're not going to be able to get rid of all toxins. No. We live in a modern world, a modern society.
Minerals too.
Yes.
You don't want to deplete yourself of minerals as well.
Right.
So it's like this happy balance.
Yeah.
Got to find the happy balance.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it is. It's fun.
Okay, next we are
What's
the
next on our agenda?
yarrow tincture?
Yeah, we can do yarrow tincture.
Okay.
Yep. That's an easy one.
Okay. All it is yarrow and vodka.
Yeah.
Wow. This is very difficult.
That's a hard one. Well, I have one already made.
Okay,
too,
cool.
So we can strain that out.
Awesome.
I brought my cheesecloth.
Sweet. Okay, the next tincture is yarrow tincture.
Yeah.
And what is yarrow?
Yarrow is this beautiful little, it's actually in the daisy family. And it grows wild up in Flagstaff, of course.
Of course.
On the mountain. It's beautiful. It has these little white and yellow flowers. It's tiny. It's the tiniest little seeds ever. But it can be used topically and internally. And it kills bacteria like none other. You can use it as like a wound spray.
Oh.
So what the tincture that we're going to make today, we can dilute with water and put it in a glass spray bottle and spray it on a wound. It helps stimulate the healing process. It stops bleeding.
Whoa.
You can take the leaves and you can mash them up. You can chew on them. It tastes really bitter. Tried it, but it tastes really bitter. But you can mash it up and put it like if you have a wound or bleeding, it stops. It coagulates. It stops the bleeding really fast.
Wow.
And internally, it is like a natural antibiotic. So it helps boost your immune system. It helps kill. Like take yarrow tincture before you get on an airplane, or if you're going to go to a concert where you're going to be around a lot of people, a lot of germs are going to be around you. So you can boost your immune system that way.
So cool.
And it's one ingredient.
Just yarrow.
Yarrow and vodka.
Wow.
That's it.
And where is our friend yarrow?
Our friend, we forgot to get it out.
We did. It's around here somewhere. Right here.
Yes.
Oh, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, little flowers. So this is the aerial parts, what they call the aerial parts. So that's going to be your leaves and your blossoms.
Leaves and blossoms.
Leaves and blossoms.
So cool. What do you need? Oh,
I need a
little baby jar.
little baby jar.
And we don't need to smash it up?
Nope, it's already soft enough. So we're just going to slide it on in and make a mess.
Well, pretend nothing happened.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
And I saw nothing.
So again, half to third up. I'll probably just do that amount and then top it off with vodka. And then we're going to let that sit. Now, this is another one that you can use fairly rapidly, but don't strain for at least 4 to 6 weeks.
And then this one you've already made.
Yes. So this one
That's
has
the same
been
thing.
sitting. This has been sitting in my wine fridge.
Cool.
For so since the 6th. I always date everything, so I know how long it's been sitting there.
Yeah.
So it's not quite there to strain out, but we could strain it and show.
No, I think just keep it and have it work its magic.
Have it work its magic for another couple weeks.
And then these, you still have to shake it up every day.
Shake it every day. Just helps. Well, you can see the difference in how it's looking from fresh to now. It's definitely getting a little gooier. Things are starting to break down. All the tannins are being pulled out.
Yeah.
And so then once this is done in a couple of weeks, we'll either strain it through a cheesecloth. You can also use a nut bag. Nut bags are nice if you're by yourself because it has the elastics on it and you can just put it over the bottle. So then you strain it out and then put it in a glass bottle and then you're ready to go. If you want to use it as a sanitizing spray, then you take this tincture and you dilute it 1/3 and then you add 2/3 water. And you can use it as a hand sanitizer.
That's
all
cool.
natural hand sanitizer.
That's amazing.
Yes, it's amazing. And that's definitely, yarrow is one of those things that you should always have in your medicine cabinet.
I never even heard of it.
Yep.
And then the name sounds familiar, but I'd never used it or done it or, talked about it, anything. It's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
I love it.
Easy peasy too. And the thing is doing this, it doesn't take a ton of time.
No, we already made 3 of them in 15 minutes?
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know what time we started.
I have no idea.
It was fast.
It was good.
It's awesome.
But it's fun and it's easy and we're not putting bad things in our body.
I know.
We're not worried about, am I going to have a negative reaction? Granted. So yes, if you are allergic to daisies, this is not going to be the plant for you.
Okay.
So just know what you're allergic to and Google. If you're unsure, always Google. There's certain things, if you're on medications, look at the medication that you're on and if that herb or spice even is going to have a negative reaction. Just like people who are on blood thinners, they can't eat grapefruits.
Yeah.
So there's certain things, but grapefruits are so good for us, right? But it has a negative reaction with that medication. So always, 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 we don't diagnose, we don't treat, we don't say that we can cure anything. So we want to make sure that everybody does their own research and looks and just be knowledgeable about what you're putting in your body, because it could have a reaction with what you're already taking.
Excellent point.
Google, ChatGPT,
yes,
Complexity, just whatever.
Yeah.
Find out for yourself.
Legally, we have to say we're not diagnosing any diseases.
Yes.
Blah, blah, blah. I'll put the whole disclaimer in the show notes.
Claim to cure.
For anybody who's worried.
But
thank you, government, for taking such good care of us that now we have to have a disclaimer if we're talking about herbal remedies.
I know.
Don't get me started.
Let's not go there.
Thank you, big brother.
Yes, but it's amazing because a lot of times if you start looking at and researching what the properties are in these herbs and in these spices, basically, and even like lemons and onions, garlic, what can it do for us? Like the list of benefits and what it does, how it's anti-inflammatory, anti-spasmodic, it's a coagulant, it helps, it's like so many different things that it can do. Some of them say that they can help with cancer. They kill cancer cells. So just do the research because it can be very, very eye-opening when you start looking into some of these herbs. Yeah. To me, it's exciting.
It is exciting.
Like,
why don't we just find the things that help us out the most and what works for us?
Right?
You're not going to probably make 27 tinctures tomorrow, but you can make one, with whatever you have in your kitchen cabinet already.
And there's so many different things. I'm putting together a recipe book right now.
Oh, cool.
Like the most popular, things that you should always have.
Oh, cool.
In your arsenal at all times.
That'll be amazing.
The top 10 things or even the top 5.
Yeah.
Most important things to have on hand so that you can be prepared for just about anything that happens.
Do you think that might be ready in like a couple weeks?
I could.
Because I was thinking that would be an amazing thing to offer people if they wanted to. Well, I'll put it in the notes how you can get one when it's ready. On your website.
Give me 4 weeks.
Give
me 4 weeks.
It's a big project.
It is. I've got it started, but I keep refining it.
Yeah.
And so I just need to stop overthinking it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keep it simple, stupid.
I know. It's so hard when you're OCD.
Oh, it's so funny. I know. Simplicity. Why is simplicity so hard now?
I don't know.
It just is. Okay. I think we should make a tea.
Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh. I love teas.
Teas are.
You want to do the cloves? The clove infusion?
Yes. So clove infusion. So this induces a sweat. So this is great for chest congestion, bronchial issues. Cloves are one of those amazing spices that you have in your kitchen cabinet that you really don't know the power of. It's another one that they talk about it. Anti-inflammatory. It kills bacteria.
Wow.
Anti-spasmodic. It's like all the antis that are good for us. Yeah.
That's
all
amazing.
The antis that are good for us. So I've got over here.
We need cinnamon, cloves, cayenne, anise. Do you say anise? Okay.
Or anise.
Anise.
Some people say anise.
I know. Well, it took me about 40 years to realize the proper way to say that word. I still wasn't sure if it was proper.
Right. I'm going to put this one in a little jar because this is one of those that we can make a head. So we can get some.
No, this is a red.
That's red clover. So that's
clover. Oh,
yeah, that is good. That's for that's women issues.
Ooh.
So that would be like menopause stuff. Yeah,
awesome. Okay,
perimenopause.
We don't need that one for this.
No, we don't need that one for this.
Okay.
So I just went and got good old Tampico.
Sweet. Oh, and that's relatively inexpensive to make too, right?
It is.
These little spices.
It doesn't have to be. These are like $1.95 or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be breaking the bank. You don't have to go and get things that are specialty.
Yeah. So. These are just regular spices. So aniseed, cinnamon, cayenne, and cloves, whole cloves. But these little packets are super cheap at the grocery store.
Keep it simple.
Okay.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, we're trying.
So this is, do you have little skizzers?
I do. They're not little.
Kitchen shears.
Yes.
Oh, those are big.
I know.
Okay, so this is another thing that we're going to do that is not equal parts.
Okay.
So this is something that we can make ahead, and then I get these little tea bags, and
You're going to need a teaspoon and a cup.
yes, we need some warm water. You want to taste it? Okay. So 1 part cayenne, because we're inducing a heat in our body, and this will kill the bad guys. And then I'm going to do 1 part cinnamon.
Don't mind me, I'm just looking for a teaspoon.
I brought one.
Did you?
Yeah, and
Where
it's in
is
my
mine?
basket.
All right, I'll grab it, but I don't know why I can't find mine right now. But,
Okay, and the anise, or anise, however you want to say it.
Okay.
We need to break up a little bit. Smush it. And along with the cloves. So we've got cloves, we're going to do 3 parts. So I'm going to do that separate. I brought my little baby mortar and pestle with me today.
It's so cute. I love your mortar and pestle.
I got it in Flagstaff.
It's so pretty. Looks like jade.
I have no idea what stone it is, but I love it.
There's 1 teaspoon.
Doesn't that smell good?
It smells so good. So the anise seeds are what in the Indian culture they chew after every meal.
Yes, it's really good for digestion. Breaks up mucus. Again, why we want to take it when we have chest issues. Chest congestion.
Yeah, it smells so good. Yeah, I learned that just in various Indian restaurants. They give it to you after the meal. And I'm like, this is genius.
Yeah. It's good
Help you digest your food after you eat.
You can make, and even just like star anise. We're going to do 3 spoonfuls of the cloves.
What is the difference between star anise and anise? Are they the same thing? The same plant? Totally different plants?
Totally different.
Oh, no.
Just mushing it up.
Okay.
Oh, we have a runaway.
Wow. Those are hard.
Yeah. You can use a coffee grinder for something like this as well.
I have one.
Oh, got another runaway.
One.
Crunchy, crunchy.
Yeah.
Or a little baby food processor. I have a little baby food processor at home too. But I just like mashing things.
It is kind of fun.
So we're just going to give us a good
relief as well.
It is. So basically we just stir this up. And then you put boiling water in your cup. So basically with this one, so this is something that you can make ahead and always have at the ready. And you use 1 teaspoon of this mixture.
Should I just boil 2 cups so you can have some too?
Sure.
Okay.
It can't hurt. That's one thing about this. It's like, it's not going to hurt you.
Wow, I never boil anything on the stove with a glass pan, ever. It's so fun. I never do. I don't know why.
I love it.
It's so cool. So
I use like an induction. I have an induction plate at home.
Wow. That's fancy.
Not
Okay,
really.
so this one you just put the
really.
worms here. Like, well, it is to me. You have all kinds of cool equipment, gadgets that I don't have. So you're just putting in all of the smashed up spices, those 4, into a little tea bag.
Yeah. And then
cool.
let that steep for 10 minutes. Drink it. You can add honey to it. It's strong. And you will feel the heat rise in your body. So I can't wait for you to taste it.
I love honey. I'm going to get out the raw honey, the Manuka honey that I have.
Oh, nice.
Because that's also antibacterial. And so you get an extra added.
A little added boost.
Yep. This is like nature's antibiotic. My brother-in-law is a wound care specialist.
Oh.
An MD in San Antonio. And he actually flies in raw Manuka honey from New Zealand as wound care, even today in 2024.
That's awesome.
That's how much it's an antibacterial. It kills off the bacteria.
One of the facial cleansers I use is
made with honey, manuka honey.
Uh-huh. Yeah, wow. We carry it at the salon.
Wow,
it's awesome, and it comes out just all beautiful brown, and it's got like a little grit to it. So I love it. I love it.
It's like an exfoliator too, then.
Yes, natural exfoliator.
It's so cool.
It's fun.
Nature's the best.
It is. We just need to.
It can be.
We just need to.
It can also kick your ass. You're putting a clove in your mouth? Mm-hmm. Whoa, that's spicy. That's
what. Chew on a clove. It will help kill bacteria. If you have bleeding gum issues, it will help with like receding gums, gingivitis, things like that.
No way. Mm-hmm. Just munching on it.
Munching on a clove.
It's not too hot for you?
Mm-mm.
Huh.
No.
That's cool.
Want one?
Yes.
I just put it away.
I just remember one time when I was making, I think it was pumpkin pie, and I went a little crazy on the cloves.
Mm-hmm. It's warm.
0 out of 10 recommend. It ruined it.
Yeah. It can be very overpowering.
Woo! Oh, yeah. Well, that's delicious. Not.
It's so good for you.
It's so, spicy. That's disgusting.
You don't like spicy things.
I do like spicy things. You have a clove in your mouth. Mm-hmm. You're just going to chew it all up and swallow it? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
It's so hot.
It's good for you.
Okay, this is good for me.
It's good for me. You're building your immune system up as you gag.
Don't worry, kids. You do not have to chew on cloves.
Don't try this at home.
I mean, you
supervision.
Can, but you don't have to. You can actually just drink the tea and not want to throw up.
Antimicrobial properties. It supports oral health.
Dang it.
I know.
I do need that.
So you can make a tea out of clove.
Yeah.
Just straight clove. Mm-hmm. Break them up. Put them in the water. Let it steep.
Boil.
Let it steep for about 2 hours.
Okay.
So bring it to a boil and then just set it on the back burner and let it do its thing for about 2 hours.
Did your mom used to do that with cinnamon sticks and cloves and put it on the stove?
Yep.
It just makes the whole house smell amazing.
So good. But use that as a mouthwash.
And
as a rinse.
Yeah.
Don't drink it. No, just swish, gargle with it, swish. If you have a strep throat, antimicrobial properties, any kind of sore throat where you're starting to see the little bumps start on the back of the throat and the tonsils, gargle with clove water.
Wow.
And that's something that you can make ahead. If you have an extra a bottle that you empty out, just save it and just store it in the fridge, or you could even put it in a cool, dark place and it'll be fine. And then just gargle. Have it. Fresh breath. Good for your gums. But when you're done, how's your tongue feel?
It feels clean. Mm-hmm. I know I'm going to live forever now. One clove. That's all it takes.
That's it. Boom. Winning.
No, I feel fresh. I feel like cinnamon toothpaste.
Your tongue feels clean.
It does.
Yeah, it's like
They just strip the top layer off of it. Is that why?
Maybe.
Look, it's awesome. Also, let's not look at my tongue on this show. Oh my gosh, awesome. Okay, that's boiling. We're gonna have that tea in a second. I can't wait to try.
Mix up another tea while the water's going.
All right.
Shall we talk about...
I kind of do want to do the flu and cough remedy just because it's flu season, even though we don't have the schnapps and the brandy. You already made some. So why don't you tell people what it is? Or you want to hold that as your prop?
I'll hold it. I will hold and love on it. So basically this is onions and lemons and honey. So you would with this one, I made 2 at the same time. And that is half an onion and 2 lemons chopped up. I do little 1-inch chunks. Keep the peel on the lemon.
Okay.
You need all the extra vitamin C. So you just layer the lemons and the onions up to about, leave a third or so. And then you take a half a pint of raw honey, raw unfiltered honey, and put that in there. Let it it's so thick. Just kind of let it do its thing. Let it settle down. Then sprinkle a little bit of peppermint, dried peppermint in there. A splash of peppermint schnapps. I say a splash. Maybe a half a cup. Yeah. a splash, half a cup, and then top it off with blackberry brandy. And this is another one of those that you can drink in 3 days.
Wow.
But the longer it sits, the stronger it will be. And
What does it taste like?
You want to taste?
I do. So that one's
better than cloves.
I was going to ask you if we
So
were
this one
together.
I made on the 12th. So it's been sitting for a little bit.
Okay. We'll pretend we're having wine. Are you going to have some?
I need we just need a spoon.
Got a spoon right here.
So this can be used when you start feeling like you're going to be getting sick. And also if you have a pesky cough.
Because it's thick. It's like the
It's not that
consistency.
thick.
No, it's not.
Mm-mm. See, it's just like,
Oh, okay.
so it just gets all, and so you can strain it out or you can just let it be like this. Now this is an old like Amish type recipe. It's been around for years and years.
Brilliant. Okay, here we go. Tastes good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Who knew? Something with onions in it would taste
Doesn't
good.
taste like onions.
Not at all.
You don't
It's
taste the
sweet.
onion. You
It's
smell
lemony,
the
it's
onion.
citrusy.
Like you smell it that it's oniony, but it's not. But that will help
Oh, yummy.
break up the cough, calms the bronchial, keeps it from spasming. And then you've got vitamin C boost. You've got detoxification from the onion. So onions are one of those things that pull toxins from the body.
Wow.
So I don't know if you've ever heard of the old way of, like, you cut a lemon in half, or an onion in half and leave it on your nightstand when you're sick. And in the morning it's black because it's absorbed all of your toxins that you've been breathing out all night.
Seriously?
So it just pulls the toxins. You can put like slices of onion on your feet, like in socks.
Oh, I have heard of that.
It pulls the toxins.
Maybe from you.
Probably. We talk a lot.
Because you put that in your socks, right? And then you put a sock on your foot?
Yep.
That's
and it pulls
crazy.
the toxins right out.
And awesome.
I'm going to have a...
It's so good.
Yep. Good stuff. And the kids will drink it.
Yeah. And they actually would. And my kids would drink that.
Yeah. It's not bad. And the longer it sets, the better it gets.
Aw, you rhymed.
Yay. I'm a poet and I didn't know it.
Ooh, now that smells good. And it hasn't even steeped. So we've got our clove tea, but we have to wait 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I think I'm going to put a scoop of honey right now,
okay.
and then the honey will mate. Will mate. That's exciting. You don't even know what you're going to see on this show.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's getting thick. It's getting thick. Okay. So another one that is really, really good.
Oh, FYI, I went to the cutest little quirky tea room in Gilbert. Have you heard of that?
No.
Well, Leah wanted to do high tea for her birthday.
Okay.
And so I was just looking to see if there was anything closer than, I mean, we've been to the Ritz and we've been to the other places that have the high tea and the nice hotels and in Scottsdale. And I'm not against it. It's just far now.
I've never done anything like that.
Oh, it's so fun. Just like England. And they have the scones and I was just told it's called a scone. And
I said that wrong my entire life then.
yeah, I have too. My friend Stephanie, who was just visiting, her mom's from Scotland. So that's where it comes from, Scotland. That's where scones originate. Scones.
Blueberry
So call them scones from now on, kids. And the clotted, what is it? What's that cream? Clotted cream?
Oh, clotted cream.
Clot your artery cream.
Now it's good.
Lemon.
Feeds your brain cream.
It's so good. Like the good
for
fat.
you. It's
I
good
know.
for you.
I just can't think of the word. And then like little sandwiches and tea. And they have this beautiful tea cup sets that are 100-year-old china and they're all different kinds. And anyway, it was just a blast.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah. And they have all kinds of different teas that you can drink and try. And I love my cute little teaspoons that I got in a gift box. They had the same ones. That's what made me think of that whole story, is that my cute little teaspoons that my daughter will kill me if I ever get rid of. How cute are those? They're just adorable. I love them.
That is fun.
There's your little story time.
I love it. Story time with Karen.
With tea. Tea time, story time.
Story time with
Yeah, they had the same spoons. It was so fun. We had 10 girls yesterday or on Saturday. Yeah, it was a blast. You should go. You'll love it. Okay.
I'll have to.
What can I do except for stand in your way?
You're fine. So I decided we're going to make serene transition tea. So this is great for perimenopausal and menopausal women.
I don't know anybody going through that.
Never. So
I'm way too young for that.
Too hot flash. I am not. I am right in the throes of it.
Well, the same age.
My body was forced into it.
Yeah.
So
yes,
I had no choice but to have the beast stripped
it's
out.
It's menopause now.
Go. And so this has sage, black cohosh, red clover blossoms.
Okay. I just saw that one.
Lemon balm and peppermint. So we got red clover.
Oh yeah. I just put that there.
And lemon balm, I think is on the, oopsies.
Oops, sorry.
We're getting all crazy up in here.
I know. Okay. Lemon balm. Where are you?
Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Got it. Lemon balm. And
what was the other one? And peppermint.
I've got peppermint. So I ran out of peppermint because I've been making this tea almost every night.
Oh.
And so I grabbed peppermint tea bags.
I was literally just going to say that. I have peppermint. That's one thing I do have.
Like I have peppermint tea bags.
Just going to cut it open.
Yeah, because why not? Why not?
Well,
so this is one of those teas that we're going to put on the burner.
Ooh.
So this one, and I like, is it hot?
It is hot.
Okay, we're good. I have no feeling in my hands.
Okay,
Can I
then.
set hot on this or no?
No.
Okay.
Let's do a
You need a hot
something,
pad.
something.
I need a hot pad. Okay. Perfect. Let's get this out of the way.
We don't need a vodka anymore?
Not right now.
I mean, you want to take a shot or?
Let's get crazy. Okay, so this is another thing that's going to be equal parts. I like the equal parts things because it makes things super simple.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter how much, it's just put the same amount of each one? Okay.
And look at that, the red clover. So,
It's so pretty.
you know, the cows eat it.
It's so pretty.
The sheep eat it.
All right.
There's some really, really great medicinal properties to red clover. And it's pretty. Look how cute that is.
It's beautiful. Here, I'm going to show the camera real quick for anybody watching on YouTube. Look how beautiful that is. That's red clover. Isn't that cool?
So pretty. It's fluffy.
So cool.
And you can see like all the seeds. So the seeds break up as it's boiling. So we're going to add lemon balm. Again, lemon balm is a calming.
Love it.
Red
Or
clover
sage.
also helps with hot flashes. So I'm just
Oh.
going to grab my sage.
Do it.
This is kitchen herbalism. I washed my hands.
Your full teaspoons are all magnetic.
So they don't fly around and maple.
Awesome. And then our trusty peppermint tea.
Oh, I forgot the black cohosh.
Okay.
That's kind of important.
Can't forget that.
That's like the most important girly power herb
Really?
there is.
And do we dump the whole thing in?
Yep.
Okay. Oops. Well, half of it on the counter if you're Karen. And then the other half goes in the bowl.
So funny.
Story of my life. This is my life. It's fantastic. Okay. Let's try to get the whole thing in there. Good job.
You did it.
Yay, I get a gold star.
You do. Okay, so now we need to add 2 cups of water.
Is that enough peppermint since I dumped
Yes.
out half of it on the counter?
That'll be fine.
Okay.
That'll be fine.
Water. And then so you put all these herbs in there and the water and then boil it all together.
All together.
Love it.
Yeah, there's some teas and if it's any different when I get the recipe book made, I will let you know. There's some things that you want to boil the water first and then add the herbs to.
Okay.
And then there's others that you can just bring to a boil together.
And this one is which one?
Bring to a boil together.
All together. Got it.
And which
This one?
I'll let you do the honors. So
With the lid on?
yeah. So, and then it's just going to do its thing. So
Okay.
the cool thing, let's do our Cliff's Notes version of why this is an amazing thing for women.
Yes.
Let's find it here. Red clover blossom and supports cardiovascular health and isoflavones. Let's see here. Let me find it.
And I will put every single one of these recipes in the notes. So it'll be in the description on YouTube.
Yes.
And I'm also going to put this on my website too. So anybody wants to refer to it later, just go to Create Today Therapy and go to my blogs. It'll be like a blog post, but not a real blog. Just it'll be all the herbal remedies and all the recipes.
All the fun things.
Yeah. So you have it all.
Black cohosh alleviates menopausal symptoms like hot flashes. So I've been drinking this every night because I get the night flashes.
Nice.
And I get them during the day too, but not as bad during the day as at night. Night seems to be like, oh,
dang.
but this definitely helps.
Trying to sleep.
I know.
It's the worst time to be
just
hot.
trying to leave. I'm just trying to just sleep
Live my
here.
life.
Let me live my life. And then peppermint eases your digestive issues, also relieves headaches. It is a natural anti-inflammatory. So it just helps calm things down. And then what else? The lemon balm. Again, calms anxiety, boosts your brain function, alleviates stress.
Wow.
So all kinds of fun things that we've got in this one.
Well,
and all together, it makes a pretty powerful little potion.
Yeah.
So,
and then just the more that you learn about the mind, if you think about it, you can think of something and you can create a physical symptom. If you get embarrassed, your face turns red. Your brain sends signals to your face to turn red.
Yeah.
You can think of something, what's another example? Think of something sexual and you get arousal. That's a physical symptom of a thought. So I like to think about it anytime I'm using an herb to create that relaxation. I always like to think I'm just calming my mind, calm organs, calm cells, calm digestion.
Yep.
Like I just think of it that way because the mind is so powerful.
Yes. You are what you think.
Yeah. And if you can use these things that are in nature to help us calm your mind, then you're helping yourself relieve. Even if you don't have a symptom, a physical reaction or symptom that you're actively trying to kill or solve, before you can just be like, you will just feel better. And there's a lot of reasons why you feel better. You know, I just love it all. It's like the mind, body, spirit. It's all connected. There's not one body part that doesn't have anything to do with the rest of it.
What to say when you're talking to yourself is huge.
Totally.
Because you can talk yourself into a negative spiral just as easily as you could talk yourself up
real fast. And so I feel like also sometimes when I'm talking myself into a negative downward spiral, I actually always go to chamomile or peppermint because I'm like, I like, you got to have something that kind of helps you trigger it. A lot of it's habit, a lot of it's trigger. It's like, okay, calm. A lot of it's sit down. Take a break from work or whatever you're thinking about. It's kind of like this little things that help you reset. If you're having a hard time, sometimes, stop being so negative, Karen. Get over yourself, you know, but sometimes it's not. It's not easy some days.
Right. And I'm a scent person. So I lavender for me is huge. I love the smell of lavender for calming.
Yeah.
But lately, you know, we've talked about this before, the mushrooms, mushrooms for bringing that mind calm your whole body and just get focused.
It also reduces inflammation too, right?
Yeah. Anti-inflammatory.
Yeah. I have it right here.
Gut health. It just boosts all kinds of wonderful things.
Yeah. This is the stuff that you introduced me to.
7 organic mushrooms.
This one's made by Frequence, which is a brand new company. So
and theirs
cool.
is frequency charged.
That's awesome. Tell them about that.
So frequency charged nutrition. So Frequence, you can go to their YouTube channel, you can go to their Instagram, but they have channeled 11 harmonic frequencies on their products. So not only are they charging the product, they're charging how the product is distributed. So we are energy. We at certain tones and certain sounds, our body responds to. So if we think about Gregorian chants, what the monks used to do, that's like a 174, you know?
Totally.
And so you've got all these different frequencies. Well, these frequencies correlate to our 8 major organs in our body. So every organ in our body resonates to a different frequency. These frequencies correlate with those. So our body's like, oh, thank you. Our brain is like, oh, I need that right there. And our gut is like, oh, I need this right here. Oh, and like digestive health, mood boosting, heart health, anti-cancer properties that if you Google, you can see what research is showing the power of these mushrooms can do. So it's just, and the fact that they charge it with frequency so that our body accepts it, it's a game changer.
So cool.
Totally game changer.
And even in sound, we were talking about different frequencies, how it affects your mood. And we're not really aware of it, but different songs are in different frequencies as well.
Yes.
And before we were talking about it, I had downloaded I think it's 417.
Okay.
Is like helps you release negative energy frequency. And it works. If I'm, having a tough day or a tough morning or whatever, I go to Spotify and I go to my calm mix.
Yeah.
That's all at 417. And then I also use 417 music for, the recordings of my clients.
Nice.
So
that's so cool.
Hypnotherapy recordings are also set to 417 because it helps calm your mind and your body.
Yep.
But what was the frequency of all of our favorite songs from the 70s?
432. 432. That was because when my daddy was going through cancer treatments, this is how my dad and my cousin who created the Frequence products, they were frequency geeks from the very, very beginning, long time, before it got a little more mainstream. Yeah. And so I knew about frequencies. I knew about the power of sound and the way our body responds to it. Like there's certain, baby Beethoven. Yeah. But why was baby Beethoven so popular in the 90s? Yeah. They didn't know exactly what frequency they were doing, but the brain knew. The baby knew before it even,
Baby Einstein. I had all those DVDs and the discs and the music.
And the sounds just stimulate brain function. So my dad, when he was going through his cancer treatments, his frequency that he would put on YouTube, he would find frequencies. His was in the 900s. He loved the 941s. It nails on a chalkboard. Really? For me and my mom.
Give me an example. What's a 900 frequency song? Do you remember?
No, it was
a
just
heavy metal or?
No, it was just ohms and it was chants, but it was to me, it was very, very high pitch. Okay, we're going to let that.
High pitch. Okay.
It was very high. And I would just, I was very repulsive, but that was what calmed his body. That's what his body needed at that time. So that made me start looking into what numbers do I like? Because obviously I don't like the 900s. I like 741. 741's a good one. But what I always go back to is 432. So then, once I came back from a seminar and we had talked about frequency and frequency charged nutrition and frequency healing. And there's frequency doctors. My mom is going to a local frequency doctor now. Incredible. Where they are sending frequencies through her body that correlate with different issues that she's having. So she's gotten some really great results with that. Wow. So I'm like, well, I wonder what some of my favorite songs are. So I typed in on YouTube, rock songs 432. Literally every song on the list. I was like, oh my gosh, it's one of my favorites. Oh my gosh, that's one of my favorites. Oh my God. Yeah. Everything was one of my favorites.
And as soon as you told me about it, I was like, Sundown, Gordon Lightfoot. I bet it because I love that song. And I was thinking, what are my favorite songs that I always make feel so calm and so relaxed? It's one of the Fleetwood Mac songs, Gold. No, not Gold. Now I can't think of the song. Is what if I'll think of it in a second. Yeah. But I was like, I bet that. And then you looked it up and it was 432 as well. Yeah. All of our favorite songs are 432 without even knowing it. Yeah. It's amazing.
Dust in the Wind. I remember trying to learn to play Dust in the Wind by Kansas on my guitar. Literally like the Bryan Adams. Bleeding. Yeah. Like the Bryan Adams. I literally played till my fingers bled and trying to get that because I loved that song so much. 432.
Gold Dust Woman. It was
Gold Dust Woman.
I knew it was gold something. Yeah. Okay. Are we ready for our tea? Yes, I think it's been 10 minutes. Yes.
Oh, it's been at least 10 minutes.
Okay. Oops. I think that clove biting activity raised my temperature, my body temperature 10 degrees. I'm already hot. I haven't even taken a sip.
Goodness.
It's so good. It's like pumpkin pie in a cup. It'll actually help you. It is. It's I love it.
And you would think with that much cayenne pepper that it would be painful, but it's not.
I can't taste the pepper at all. It's not spicy at all. It's just freaking delicious.
But it's warming.
It is.
And it's going to help break the mucus up. It's going to break the cough. It's going to raise, like if you're fighting a fever, it's going to raise your body temperature to help fight that fever. Raising and so many times people are like, oh, the fever's bad. There's a reason our body has a fever.
Yeah.
It's bacteria. What kills bacteria? Heat.
Yes.
What kills viruses? Heat.
Your body creates the heat in order to do its job. It's getting it out of the system.
Like, granted, yes, if a fever gets dangerously high,
right.
Yes, there's different fever breakers. And we talked about the mustard packs, and there's different things that you can do to bring down a fever. Tylenol, Did
your parents ever just throw you in the ice?
Yes.
In the snow?
Well, no, not outside.
I was going to say.
I remember ice bath one time.
Yeah.
I was really, really sick.
That's what we used to do.
Yeah.
They would never get out Tylenol and give you a drug.
No.
It's so
or
cool.
like alcohol.
We're just so used to it.
Alcohol, rubbing alcohol on a washcloth and put, cause it pulls the heat, evaporates so fast.
Wow.
So it would pull the heat off. I wouldn't recommend putting that on skin, but we know a little more now.
Yeah.
But, the alcohol is cold to the touch.
Right.
So, cause it's evaporating so fast.
Amazing.
But yeah,
I love this.
But yeah, this is a good way to help fight the crud.
This is so amazing. Thank you so much for doing this. This has been such a blast.
You bet.
We could go on and on and on.
I know. I've got tons of stuff.
I know. We'll do a part 2 for sure. Okay. So we can make some more things and keep educating people and keep sharing how you can help heal your body.
Yes.
Naturally. So tell my listeners where we can find you.
Beauty.n.Beyond with Tara. And so I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm actually going to be starting a YouTube channel this week. Stay tuned. And we'll be doing all kinds of beauty tips that you can do at the salon and then also at home, because beauty and health should not be out of reach.
It should not. It doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be. It's simple.
Awesome.
It's very, very simple.
Thanks, Tara.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you for being here and listening to my show. If you got any value at all, it would mean the world if you shared it and left a review. Remember, the only way to create the life you love is to take it one day at a time. Create today. God bless you.